Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to a special episode of the Cheltenham Countdown YouTube channel, because this weekend it's the best weekend in the National Hunt Racing calendar. The 2 days at Leopardstown headlines a fantastic Dublin racing festival. I'm going to preview every single race of the meeting, the Saturday and Sunday card there at Leopardstown on today's episode of the Cheltenham Countdown. First race of the DRF tomorrow starts with the usual Nathaniel Lacey Solicitor's novice hurdler, grade 1 to kick us off over an extended 2 miles, 6 furlongs. There's 6 horses in the race tomorrow, and Willie Mullins has 4 of them. I like 2 that are trained by Willie Mullins. The first is Lachlan. I think he'll go well tomorrow under Patrick Mullins. He looked as if he needed every inch of the trip in a grade 2 at Limerick over Christmas, beating 2 Gordon Elliott Jigginstown horses on the day. Looked as if that trip was appreciated by him every inch of the yard. And the second horse, again trained by Willie Mullins, is called I Will Be Back, who will be ridden by Brian Hayes. Looked impressive, winning his maiden hurdle at Ferryhouse on New Year's Day. The second in that race has gone on to win subsequently. So he should go well. The form has been boosted for that race, and I think he'll appreciate a step up in trip. So the 2 horses tomorrow in the opening race I will side with will be Lachlan and I Will Be Back. The second race tomorrow is the Spring Juvenile Hurdle, another grade 1 over 2 miles, potentially a pointer towards the Triumph Hurdle in March for Cheltenham. Willie Mullins again holds a strong hand in this race. He's got the top 3 in the market at the moment. At the moment, I think it'll be a watching brief from myself. I don't think I'll side with anyone yet, because I do think I want to watch this race in order to have an opinion for the Triumph Hurdle come the Cheltenham Festival. So I may sit this race out at the moment. We'll see if I side with anyone on the day. If I do, I'll post on Twitter who I may like. So at the moment, the Spring Juvenile Hurdle will be a no-bet race from myself. The next race is another grade 1, the Irish Arkle, and this is simply all about Marine National for me. I think he'll come here and he'll win convincingly. He's got Fassa Vega, who reopposes him from his novice hurdle campaign. But I do think Marine the Machine National should maintain his unbeaten record here and win his first grade 1 over fences before a tilt at the Arkle in March. The first handicap of the DRF is at 3 o'clock tomorrow on Saturday, the 3 mile listed handicap hurdle. And in here, I like a horse trained by Ted Walsh, a horse called Gaoth Shwi, or Shwill. I have backed him already at 12 to 1 yesterday. He'll have a £5 claimer on board him tomorrow, and won it over the course last time out in December on heavy ground. A step up in distance should be in his favour as well. That step up on that 2 mile 7 furlong trip in December that he won was his first try at that distance. I think even further he'll go better. So one of my next bets of the weekend, next best bet I should say of the weekend, is the first handicap of the DRF, called a horse called Gaoth Shwi. I will write on Twitter who my next best bets of the weekend would be. The following race then is the 3 mile grade 1 Irish Gold Cup, a rematch between Gallopin de Champ and Fast or Slow. I do think Gallopin will win tomorrow. It's just not a race that I'm really going to get stuck into price-wise, because he is so short. I don't think Fast or Slow will beat him for a third time. I don't think he'll have beat him for the third time in a row. I do think Gallopin will reverse the form and head to the Gold Cup in March as the rightful favourite. Final 2 races on Saturday's card to look at now is the 2 mile 1 furlong Ryanair handicap chase, which is a listed race. And I like a horse in here trained by Gavin Cromwell called Final Orders. He won this race last year off a mark of 140. And despite his current rating of 146, I think he's well handicapped. And I've selected him tomorrow. He's down to his lowest mark since winning the race last year. And if he runs well tomorrow, I think it could be a pointer for him to run in the Grand Annual Handicap at the Cheltenham Festival. His current price for that anti-post is 14 to 1 non-runner no bet. I think he's quite a decent price, and if he runs well tomorrow, that price will definitely be shorter. So he's my selection for tomorrow's race. And then the final race to round off proceedings on Saturday is the Grade 2 Bumper. And at this point, it's another no bet race for me. I don't have a strong opinion on the horses in the race tomorrow, so I will be sitting out to watch this race. 2 on Sunday starts with the mares handicap hurdle of 2 miles and a quarter. There's a horse in here who I put up at the start of the season as a horse to follow in the mares division, called She Could Be Anything, trained by Gordon Elliott. She will be carrying top weight on Sunday in the race, but with Danny Gilligan claiming £5 off her, I think she could go very close. She's been running well against the geldings this season of late, and I think against her own sex on Sunday, she's got a good chance of winning. We'll probably back her later on. I think her price is 8 to 1. Haven't backed her yet, but I will be backing her before Sunday. The following race then is where Gaelic Warrior runs in the Irish Novice Steeplechase over 2 miles and 5 furlongs. He's up against the horse I backed for the Turners in American Mike. I think Gaelic Warrior is too strong at this moment in time to oppose, so I think he'll go there. He'll come to the race on Sunday as the rightful favourite. He should win for Willie Mullins, and then probably head to the Turners Novices Chase at the Cheltenham Festival. Following on from that race, we have 3 Grade 1s in a row, the first of which is the 2 mile novice hurdle, where Ballyburn is your odds-on favourite, and I think rightly so. He should be streets ahead of the other horses in this race. The likes of King of Kingsfield runs, Slade Steel also runs, Far and Glory, Daddy Longlegs and Facile Mode are also in there. But I do think Ballyburn under Paul Townend will be miles ahead of the other horses on Sunday. Then you got the Dublin Chase, where El Fabiola will win. He should just turn up, run his race and win convincingly before having a meeting with John Bon in the Queen Mother Champion Chase on the Wednesday of the festival. And then the third Grade 1 after that is the Irish Champion Hurdle, where State Man and Imperial Pass run against each other again. I just think State Man is the better horse at this moment in time, the better hurdler. He should win here and then go up against Constitution Hill in the Champion Hurdle in March. The handicap chase at 3:20 on Sundays next, where Adamantly Chosen runs for Mikey O'Sullivan and Willie Mullins. He's my pick. I think he's well handicapped for the race on Sunday. He's been running well over a longer trips so far this season. I think going back down to 2 miles, 5.5 furlongs should be in his favour. He ran well at the meeting last year, finishing second in the Grade 1 behind Mighty Potter. Then at 3:50, the handicap hurdle over 2 miles, I like a horse called Zenta, who's going back hurdling here for Willie Mullins and JP McManus. She won a Grade 1 hurdle at Aintree at the back end of last season, and I think going back hurdling should be better for her, and has only had 1 run so far this campaign. And then the final race of the Dublin Racing Festival this year is the Mares Bumper, and I think Femme Magnifique for Willie Mullins could be the good one here. I'll side with her rather than the favourite Aurora Vega, who hasn't run since September, and I don't think fitness will be on her side. And that's it. That's my selections for this weekend at the Dublin Racing Festival in Leopardstown. A lot of Willie Mullins favourites, and I think a lot of Willie Mullins horses will win this weekend. I've sided with many of them. But join me again later on this month when I'll have 2 more Anti-Post picks for Cheltenham for the month of February. We're getting very, very close now to the festival. Only 6 weeks to go before the festival in March. I can't wait. And like I said on the last video, I'll have 4 preview videos in March outlining who I'll be siding with each and every day, each and every race for the festival. So join me later on this month where I'll post another 2 Anti-Post picks for the month of February. But until then, have a great Dublin Racing Festival if you're attending it or watching on TV. I'm thoroughly going to enjoy it, and I'll see you all soon.